So I'm here to talk to you guys as to why I bought a Dodge Challenger RT and why I bought it, why I didn't buy some other cars that were out there, how much I paid for it, and stuff like that. So there's two things I need to get out of the way. The first thing is that I like V8s. I like muscle cars. I like the growl of the V8. I'm not knocking tuners, there's a lot of fucking tuners that can walk my car easy, but I just like V8s. I like the torque, I like the power, I like the sound. So that's the first thing. So that limited my choices by quite a bit. And the second thing is, as many of you all give me shit for, I'm a big guy. And, like I said, I'm in the process of changing that. And but I still needed a big car. A bigger car. I wouldn't say big car, but I needed a bigger car to be comfortable in and something I can drive every day because it is my daily. I was buying it as a daily. I drive it in the winter when there's snow on the ground, and I drive it in the summer whenever there's the sun in the sky and the wind's blowing. So I needed a car I was going to be comfortable in because I travel about 40 minutes a day for school to campus and back. So I needed a comfortable car. So that limited my choices also. So basically, it limited my choices down to the three American muscle cars. The Camaro SS, I looked at some of those. However, the chop top roof didn't really give you much headroom, so I wasn't a big fan of that. And I'm sure I could have drove it and stuff, but they weren't that comfortable, so I didn't go with that. And I could have got a Mustang, but until 2015, they had a solid live rear axle in the rear, and I didn't want ancient technology. And I'm not knocking, Mustang owners, because there's a bunch of Mustangs with a live axle in the rear that can fuck me up as it sits right now. But, I just didn't want something that, I couldn't change about it. So I wanted to get something that I was happy with when I bought it and something I can improve on. So this led to the Dodge Challenger. I have my Dodge Ram sitting over there. I've always been a Dodge guy, and I remember back I won Homecoming King in my senior year of high school, believe it or not, and I was wanting to drive my dad's Corvette, but he wouldn't let me, so I was like, hey, I'm going to try to rent a Challenger, take the prom or Homecoming, because I thought those were badass cars. And couldn't find one because I live in a hick town and all they had was fucking Ford Tauruses and shit, and my truck was obviously better than that. So, I always dreamed about owning a Challenger. I've raced Challengers in my truck. They mopped my ass up. So I was like, I want a Challenger, but I wasn't for sure if I was going to be able to get one. And came around, I turned 21, I was looking to get a new car. Had a spending limit of around $25,000 to $30,000. But I was hardcore looking at Challengers. Me and Ryan would hop on Skype calls and we'd look for Challengers for hours. And I finally found this one. I wanted a manual. I wanted HIDs because I like seeing at night, and there's a lot of deer around here. And HIDs are a pain in the ass to put in if you don't already have projectors. So I wanted HIDs. I wanted a nice interior, something comfortable and something I'll enjoy. And I wanted a manual, and I know I ended up with an automatic, but we're getting to that. So the manual, I wanted a manual. I was looking for them. I kept shooting them down, and because they weren't manual. But I finally found this. This is a 100th anniversary edition, and it was for sale for $28,000. It's a 2014, and it had 7,000 miles on it, and it was for sale in Chicago, Illinois. So I fell in love with it. And although it's an automatic, like I said, it was $28,000. Every other car for what this one was going for $32,000, $33,000. So I like this one. So we saw it on Auto Trader. It was, like I said, in Chicago, Illinois. It was like 6 or 7 hour drive. And me and Ryan and my dad went up to pick it up.
My ass went there after I got off work at midnight.
Yeah, Ryan got off at midnight and stayed up because he didn't go to sleep. And he went with me to pick up the car with my dad. It was a 7 hour drive up there. And it was on New Year's Eve, actually. And We got up there, it was 0 or -3 was the high for that day without the wind chill. With the wind chill, it was like -20. And I wore fucking shorts and a t-shirt because I said fuck it. But anyways, we went up there and took it for a drive. Fucking loved the car. It was clean as hell. And yeah, we bought it there, signed the papers and everything. And I currently owe about $4,000 on it still. So I got to pay that off. But yeah, I settled for this thing. I drove it back that day. We drove it all the way back from Chicago the day we picked it up. And I've loved it ever since. It really got me, like, I was already into cars, but it really got me into cars whenever I got it. And, you know, I've started this channel up, so fucking love it. So since I bought it,
The fucking bait.
So since I bought it, I don't have any regrets whatsoever. It's an awesome car. It's really comfortable, and it's actually more comfortable in my truck. On long rides, even though I'm 6'2", 6'3", I can stretch my legs completely out and stretch my legs inside the car. Like, you know how usually your legs stay bent so you can't really stretch them all the way out on long rides? Well, I can do that, so I can drive fucking 11, 12 hours straight and I don't give a damn. And I have drove it to Florida and Myrtle Beach and shit. It's really comfortable. And the power. So everyone says it's a big fat land yacht. Well, I mean, like car, like owner, I guess, you know. I wanted something big, aggressive, and you can't say it's slow, but you can't say it's fast, you know. On the average car, it'll eat its shit. But if you go to a performance car like a Mustang or Camaro, it gets whipped every time. Which I am working on that. I want to pro charge it later on, and run about 7-10 pounds of boost or something. And I'm wanting to get long tube headers, high flow cats, and that's almost the extent of what I want to go. Maybe a aftermarket camshaft. I'm wanting to get up close to 600 and stop there. And the back seats are usable, so I like that about it. And, you know, there's a lot of times I wish I had a manual, you know. I mean, if I'm driving down a country road, or if I'm over in traffic and I'm just feeling, getting the itch to go a little bit faster or whatever, then, I kind of wish I had a manual. But then there's some days whenever it's been a shitty day or it's shitty weather out and I'm just like, fuck. You motherfucker. But there's some days I wish I had a manual, and I'll have a manual one day, but in the meantime, don't give me shit for it. But that's all I have to say about my Dodge Challenger. I feel like I've rambled on a lot. I hope you guys like seeing videos about it and shit. So it's going to be here for a while, and so get used to it. And it's going to be competing with the Hyundai Genesis Coupe that Ryan has, and they're pretty close as far as, how fast they are. His obviously handles better, has Brembo brakes, shit like that. But yeah, I hope you guys like my car, and I love it. So I hope you liked the video. Make sure to check out the decals and t-shirts and shit down here in the description. Leave a like on the video if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace.
We call that ballin'. Doing this is my calling. Flow is so appalling. My phone off and she calling. I'm like, yeah, what it do? Penthouse, man, what a view. Fall back as I'm coming through with my whole team. They coming too, that's real. Too real. Motherfucker, tell me how you feel. I'm too good for my own good. I won't leak the album, I let it spill.